Hey guys, it's Siobhan with To Kitty and Beyond. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing monthly horoscope readings and this is for Virgo, January 2020. That can apply to Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and I also recommend that you check out all three of your signs. So if this is your sun sign, check out your moon sign and your rising sign to get a better overall idea of the energy that's affecting you in January. All right, guys, so just keep in mind that this is a general reading. Not all of the messages are going to apply to everybody. Just take what resonates with you and leave the rest here, okay? So let's jump into it. Your monthly, starting off really nice. Your current self is coming up as the Star. Your theme of the month is the Lovers. The key goal, you have Death. Wow, 3 major arcana right off the bat. Obstacle to overcome, the Empress, another major arcana. Your major accomplishment in January, oh boy, there we go. 5 of Swords. The thing to be avoided is the King of Wands. What to embrace, you have the Ace of Cups. Where to find support, you have Strength, and advice and encouragement, you have the Page of Cups. Wow, Virgo. Okay, so lots of major arcana, and then yeah, this is okay. Sorry, I'm just a little bit surprised. I mean, this is a whole new year, it's a whole new decade, but so far you're the only sign to get this much action and importance all in one reading to do with major arcana. And the majors really indicate the fact that there's something really big going on. This is not just like a day-to-day sort of shift. This is a big life lesson. This is a big portion of your life. This is important. So let's see. The current energy that you guys are coming up as is the Star. So this is really nice. I love this energy. This is probably my favorite card in the tarot, just so you guys know. The Star really speaks to me of hope and belief and faith. And I love that this is illustrated here with the Tooth Fairy, because this is a tarot / mythological creatures deck. And the Tooth Fairy kind of embodies that. It's our inner innocence, our inner child, that imagination and that faith and that unwavering belief in the magic of life. I've also been seeing a lot of like wishing upon a star, and the fact that the star is coming out for you guys, this is speaking of manifestation. So whatever it is that you're wishing, or whatever it is that you are hoping for or keeping the faith in regards to, you are creating. So the more energy that you contribute to that end, the more results you will get back. The key to this is just being very clear about what it is that you would like to manifest, or what it is that you're trying to manifest, and then comparing that to what you're getting in response. So anyways, this is a really beautiful, positive energy that you guys are... Sorry guys, I got a phone call. So next up, your theme of the month is the Lovers. So this they have represented as the succubus, which is a kind of a little bit of a downer when it comes to the traditional lovers imagery, which is about divine union, spiritual union, as well as choice. So I really see this as you guys focusing on decisions this month as they relate to balancing the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Now, if there are areas of the divine feminine that are outdated, specifically the feminine, because they're showing the succubus here, which is a negative feminine archetype, right? So, and I'm seeing, because you've got Empress here as well, and the 5 of Swords with the Death card, and the Anubis, which is also like the Egyptian form of death. He's like the Egyptian death, underworld god? Sure. Okay, we'll go with that. Basically, what I'm seeing here is that old, outdated views of the feminine are being reviewed, are being put to rest. You're closing out a cycle in regards to either how you feel about yourself as a feminine, or how you feel towards feminines if you're a masculine. Now, you're Virgo. This is the sign of the Virgin. This is one of the only predominantly feminine signs. It's not normal to associate gender with the horoscope signs or the astrological signs, but Virgo is one of those exceptions. So this is very much concerned with the divine feminine again, and how how you embody that, how you perceive that in the world, and how you interact with that energy. Okay, so next up, you've got the key goal of the month, which is death. So this is putting to rest something that needs to die. And with all death, it's really just a transformation. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only change form. So the death card is allowing you to, what's the word I'm looking for here? Not transform, transmute, thank you. To transmute some of this previous negative energy around the feminine. Now, the Empress Kali is here as well in the obstacle to overcome. So Kali is another feminine archetype or goddess, and she is the goddess of destruction, but also of creation, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Please go and research Kali for yourself, because I'm not an expert on this. But the Empress here, again, this is an embodiment of the divine feminine. And I really feel as though, when we allow the destruction of the old to take place, even if it's uncomfortable, having faith and hope for the future and believing that everything is happening for our highest good, which it always is, whether we believe it or not. This is allowing us, or you at this time, to transcend again, or transmute this lower dimensional concept of femininity. And in that, there is a portion of the self which kind of has to die along with it. So any previously held beliefs around what it is to be feminine, around the feminine construct, around the patriarchy on the opposite side of things. So this is really interesting. There's a lot of sort of destructive energy, which is actually a good thing. Okay, so don't be scared. That's why you've got strength here and the star card, because this is actually a really, really positive thing. But, as humans, we tend to not like change and destruction and chaos. We like things to be orderly and routine and predictable in most respects. So the major accomplishment you have, if I can pick it up, is the Five of Swords, which I love how they've depicted in this deck as the angel. So the Five of Swords is normally shown as, like a lower vibrational type of energy surrounding communication with other people. So there can be debates that don't go very well, or conflicts that end in arguments that nobody ends up winning. And so this angel card, is the Five of Swords, is very much about taking that higher road and achieving that higher perspective so that you can settle arguments, disputes, or conflict from this higher perspective, understanding that something just needs to be transformed, something needs to be let go of. There is really nothing to worry about. Now, that being said, I also want to mention one other thing, because it's just come up right now. So some of you may be doing a lot of shadow work. Virgos, I'm really, really feeling heavily from this reading, shadow work. That's why this is such an important major arcana month for you guys, because shadow work is pivotal to your ascension process, to raising your consciousness, to expanding. And so I do see you guys doing a lot of that as it relates to the feminine, like I was saying. But yes, going within and dealing with some of the negative attributes that have been attributed to the feminine, like Lilith, for example, although she's not here in the reading, she's coming to my mind. That was like the first female, and she was actually Adam's wife before Eve, but she was cast out and made to be negative because, or made to be perceived as negative, because she refused to submit to Adam's will, because she was a self-sovereign being. She was not sprung from Adam's rib. She was created from the earth that he was created from. So this is like deep, deep archetypal stuff. This is not necessarily just personal stuff that you're working on. It's very deep and archetypal. That being said, what I did want to mention, and I got off on a bit of a tangent there, was the fact that somebody here, and this is not going to resonate with everybody, so just keep that in mind. Somebody here who's watching right now is dealing with some kind of perceived psychic attack. And this could be from a feminine, or you feel attacked because you're a feminine. So these are things that these are things that exist purely within our belief of it. So because we believe that we can be attacked psychically, or that, there's things like succubuses out there, we allow them into our life. So this kind of thing needs to die. This thought process needs to be let go of. There needs to be a destruction here of that belief, because it's not helping you. So it's really creating more conflict where it doesn't need to be, where the Five of Swords, the angels coming in and letting you know, these are your angels, these are your guardians, your guides, that are letting you know that this is the belief in that, and the energy that you put towards that belief is what makes it real. So yes, those things do exist, energy vampires and succubuses and things like that, but so does everything else that's positive. And it's really just about where we put our focus, because where focus goes, energy flows, and you create that as a physical creator being. So this, again, needs to be put to rest with the King of Wands here, which is Anubis, and he is that sort of Hades type energy, if we're referring to Greek mythology. So I really see this as, again, putting something to rest, letting it pass through the underworld. That's very much what this shadow work is all about for you guys in January. It's diving deep into the underworld and drawing out the core beliefs that are contributing to and creating some of these situations and or fears, because it all really just stems from fear. And fear is an illusion. It's a creation of the third dimensional realm. It allows us to experience separation from source, which is ultimately unconditional love. So, the darkness is the opposite to the light, and it is equal, it is balanced, it is part of creation, it is part of the creator, it's part of us. So we do kind of have to play the river guardian here and allow ourselves to transit across or through the underworld to get to the other side of fear, because that's all it is. It's just fear. If you're holding fear within, you're going to attract things that feed on that fear, or that are, that kind of get under your skin due to that fear. So the Ace of Cups is here, which I love. This is what to embrace. So self-love, as you go through this process of shadow work, and you're really diving deep into that underworld of the subconscious mind and the fears therein, and some of these archetypes that play out in the reality that we live in now. The Ace of Cups can help you because it is compassionate, it is self-love, it is self-care, it is the infinite holy grail of life. So this is immortality. This is your true self. This is your true essence. And tapping into that knowledge and that knowing and that being, it allows you to free yourself from the trap of the illusion of fear, right? So as we self-love, we forgive some of these aspects within ourselves, if that's what's coming up. We forgive the dark aspects within us, or within society at large, because again, the world and every other person you meet in it is a reflection of you. We're all one, right? And we're all creator, and we're all a divine expression of that, having our own experiences and our own sovereign free will, but still, we're all one. So we must forgive ourselves, we must forgive others, and we have to forgive any situations that we've, contributed to or put ourselves into, or anywhere that there was any fear, negativity, the ego allowing to run rampant, that kind of thing. This is what's being put to rest, and this can feel painful. The shadow work that you're doing is necessary, so necessary, but it can be uncomfortable. It can be very, very uncomfortable. So this Ace of Cups is really coming in from the universe. This is an offering from source to you, from you to you, because you are source, you are the creator, you are the universe. And it's allowing you to find that inner love again, to really tap into that star energy, that hope, that faith, that inner wellspring that can soothe some of these fears and darker aspects of what it means to be human. So next up, you have strength, because this is what's supporting you. This is where to find support. This is your inner strength. This is your ability to tap into your spiritual strength, which comes from the Ace of Cups, which is that inner knowing, that immortality, that self-love, that unconditional life force energy from the universe, from the creator, from source, right? So this is your ability to tap into that strength and use that as you yeah, so they're saying that line from I don't know. I'm not like a huge Bible buff. I'm not like, I'm not inherently religious, but yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for I know that God walks with me. That's what they're saying in my head right now. That really much applies to what you're going through, or what you will be going through in January. So as you walk through the shadow of the as of you as you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you will fear no evil, because you hold this inner strength. You hold this inner love, this inner light, coming from the star, coming from the Ace of Cups, the Empress as well. This is your ability to create and destroy, because Kali is the destroyer. So this is creation and destruction all in one. This is your true essence, and it's the light and the dark all in one, and it's bringing those aspects together, creating that understanding through strength, instead of, the weakness is pushing it away. The weakness is fearing the fear itself. So the strength is having the courage to face your fears. And then you realize that they were just illusion. So advice and encouragement, you have the Page of Cups. Again, this is another Cups energy, emotional energy. You've got emotional support coming to you. And this can be from within, but this can also be other people around you who are wishing to give you emotional support, encouragement, and advice. So this could be somebody who you trust, somebody who is a student right now of some kind of spiritual or esoteric field of thought, and they're helping you, or they will help you, to go through this process of diving deep into your underworld, into your subconscious, into your fears. So this could be receiving guidance from your higher self. So pay attention to your thoughts, your recurring messages that you're hearing, seeing, feeling, that are coming to you from other people, or that you're seeing repeatedly around you. Pay attention to those things, take note as they pass by, and compare that to what you're going through within and how that applies. Also, I just made an energetic update about high frequency pitch changes in the inner ears. So these are downloads that are coming in. Pay attention to those as well. This is activating certain levels of information and clearing within the subconscious mind. So that's another aspect of this coming from the universe as a supporter. But this could also be reaching out for a reading or a healing or something like that, from somebody that you trust, and somebody who you feel that you can be emotionally vulnerable with, knowing that they have your highest good in mind as you go through this dark period. Although I really don't feel like this is going to be an externally tough time for you guys. I really feel that this is all happening internally for you. So I don't expect you to see any of this taking place at the physical level. If there was any conflict or ego or fears or anything like that, or whatever, if there was any negative stuff, I feel like it was existing before this. It was in 2019 at some point. And I feel like you've come out of that now, because you've already begun to do this work, and you're going to continue to do this work until you amalgamate those dualities, those polarities into one, into unity. Because when everything is put back into one, there's nothing to fear, because you understand that the spectrum is just an expression of one, which is love. Okay, so we've got counselor. Okay, yeah, so this Page of Cups and the Strength card as well, I really see this as somebody counseling you. Archangel Azrael is also the archangel of he does what the Anubis does. He does what death does. He helps people to transition from one state to another. At the physical level, this is, this could be like grief counseling, or getting some kind of energetic counseling done, spiritual counseling, physical counseling, therapy, anything like that, that can help you to gain some perspective, some clarity, and some healing and some inner strength at a deep, deep level. So this counseling card is very much something that is here to support you. If you're in need of counseling, then please do reach out to somebody whom you trust in your environment that can assist you with this. So yeah, Archangel Azrael says you are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. So this is the beautiful aspect of the healing work that you're doing, is that you are learning through experience, and this is something that every human being has to deal with on some level. It's within us. It's part of the collective. It's part of the creation that we've made here. So these are archetypal things. These are within the human collective, and therefore everybody needs help with this stuff. You know, you're not alone in this. It's a very persistent thing. So that's why if you do choose to heal this and have the inner strength and to tap into that inner wellspring, when you come out of that shadow of the valley of death, you can become a beautiful, amazing counselor, because it's only through experience that we can help others to do the same, right? So it's that wisdom that we gain from going through some of these more difficult aspects of the self and the underworld. But I really see this as high counsel coming in for you. So pay attention to your guides, the messages from your higher self that are coming through, because they're going to assist you through this process, knowing that you're not alone, that you are supported, that there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Okay, so this is your greatest objective, is to transform the fear, to transmute the fear, to go through this death process. And you may be dealing with physical death in your environment as well. Perhaps you know people who have passed away, and there's a lot here to do with healing that. So you know, that's not going to apply to everybody, but I do see that if you've lost somebody very dear and near to your heart, and you're having trouble dealing with this grief, then again, receiving counseling for that can really help, either in a formal or informal setting, whatever resonates with you, but it can really help to support you through the healing process and doing some of this shadow work. All right, guys. Well, Virgo, that's your reading. I really hope that you resonated. This one was a big one. So this is looking like a big month and a big year ahead as well. Now, keep in mind that this energy is not limited by time or space. So some of this may play out as you move forward into the new year, new decade. If you guys are looking for support, if you need spiritual counseling, if you need spiritual healing, if you need guidance from the tarot, from the oracle, please reach out to me. If you resonate with me, all of the information will be in the description box below this video. Just hit the little upside down triangle or the show more button, and you'll get a drop down list of all of my services and offerings, as well as my availability and how to contact me to book a reading or a Reiki session. Both are so helpful, and I cannot overstate that. If you need help, please reach out. And it's not that you need help, it's just support. If you need support, please reach out. Everybody needs support sometimes, especially in situations like this. Okay, guys, I love you. Thank you so much for watching. If you resonated, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I do monthly horoscope readings like this, as well as energetic updates for the collective ascension of humanity and general spiritual chit chats, Q&As, that kind of thing. So stick around. Great to have you here. Love you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.